Good evening, everyone. I'm going to do a quick video reviewing finding the percent of a number and find the whole given a part and the percent. This week we reviewed converting fractions, decimals, and percents, and then went into percent problems and percent word problems. All right, so I'm going to be starting on page 360, looking at lesson 6.5 and lesson 6.6. All right, so on page 360, lesson 6.5, we're doing numbers 1, 2, and 7. So number 1 says we want to find 9% of 124. Whoopsies, of 124. Okay, so 9%. Let's go ahead and set up 9% as a fraction, which is going to be 9 of 100. 9%, 9 per 100. Okay, of 124. When I'm doing problems like this and I'm setting up a proportion, I think of is over of. I'm trying to figure out the part to the whole. So 124 is my whole, so that's going to go down in my denominator. Now, if I could multiply something by 100 and get 24, that would be super nice and easy, but unfortunately that is not the case in this scenario. So I'm going to multiply on my diagonal, multiply 124 times 9. 9 times 4 gets me 36. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 3 is 21. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 2 is 11. Okay, so now I need to divide 1,116 by 100, which when I'm dividing it, I'm actually just moving the decimal place 2 times to the left, which we talked about when we were converting fractions to percents and percents to fractions. So when I'm dividing by 100, so I originally have 1,116, move that decimal 2 times to the left, which gives me 11.16. Now, could you have also set up the long division? Absolutely. I'm just tight for space here. All right, number 2. What percent of 20 is 3? All right, so this time we don't know what the percent is. We don't know the per 100. So 100 is not going to have anything on top. Now on the other side, we've got what percent of 20 is 3. So 20 is my whole and 3 is my part. Now for this one, I do know that 20 times 5 gets me 100. So 3 times 5 is 15. So 15% is my answer here. Easy enough. Let's take a look at this word problem. On Tuesday, 620 students, let me get that down, 620 students attended a middle school. A survey showed that 341 students brought lunch to school that day. What percent of the students brought their lunches to school? Okay, so we're trying to find the percent. We're trying to find the per 100. So again, off by itself, nothing on top. Now, the total, the whole amount of student body was 620 that day. A part of that, 340 of them brought lunch. Okay, so again, we're going to multiply on this diagonal here because I can't think of anything to get from 100 to 620. So 340 times 100, just add 2 zeros on the end, that gets me 34000 or 34,000. And we're going to go ahead and divide that by 620. So let's see, 620 can't go into 3, can't go into 34, can't go into 340, but can go into 3,400. Well, I know that 6 times 5 gets me 30, just kind of close to 34. So let's try that. Let's try 5. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 2 is going to get me 10. And 5 times 6 is 31. Good news. That's as close as to 3,400 as I can get without going over. Go ahead and subtract. and bring down another 0. Oh dear, I just realized I wrote down my problem wrong. That would help. This should have been 341. Just let me go in and change some of this. Okay. So here, that should be there, which means that there should be here, and that should be here. Perfect. Okay, now that looks better. All right, again, I know that 5 times 620 does get me 3,100. I knew I should not have a remainder here. There we go. Okay, so 55 over 100 or 55% of the student body bought lunch that day. All right, last example that we've got. Now we're going to go from a whole, find the whole given a part and the percent. So we're still working with that idea of is over of. So 80% of what number is 120? So I got 80%, set that up as a fraction, 80 over 100. So 80% of what number is 120? So this time I'm given what the part is. I'm given that part of some number is 120. So 120 is going to go on top. Again, I can't easily multiply 8 by something and get 120. So multiply on my diagonal, 120 times 100 is going to get me 12,000 at 2 zeros at the end, and we're dividing by 80. Okay, 80 can't go into 1 or 12, but it can go into 120 one time. 1 times 80 is 80, which leaves me with the remainder of 40. Bring down the next 0. Well, 8 times 5 gets me 40, so 5 times 80 is 400, which leaves me with no remainder. All right, this is where a lot of students are missing this step. 80 cannot go into 0, so you need to put a 0 up top to hold that place value. So that is my answer. I am missing 80% of what number is 120. That number is going to be 150. Okay, you could check this answer by multiplying 150 times 80% as a decimal, which would be 0.8. And we should get 120 when we do that, which we do. Perfect. All right, so we should be good to go, ready for our quiz tomorrow. I will see you guys then. Happy April Fool's Day. Bye. Also, it is not an April Fool's joke. We do have the quiz tomorrow. All right, bye guys.